Hey everybody! Well, since we have set an opening date and are booking now, if you didn't know that, get over to Airbnb, our site. It'll be linked in the description below, and you can start booking as of November 10th on for Pufferfish Villas. Now I gotta get this place ready to go before people start showing up because we still got all kinds of little things to go. We're Dooglass and Esperanza, and we decided to leave our lives in the U.S., sell almost everything we own, and move to Baja California Sur, where we decided to start a resort in the magical town of Loreto, Mexico. Please come with us to follow our journey and live before you die. So, today I'm knocking a whole bunch of little stuff off the list. I started with the dishwasher. So I'm in the Lavanderia laundry room. We have a dishwasher here. So I had to get some parts. Got that all going this morning. It's actually running a load right now, test load. The next project on the list today is going to be swapping out this door handle. The chapa in Espanol. So unfortunately we had ordered 2 of these electronic door locks. They lost this lock. I don't know. They said that they brought it back. I don't think they did because I don't throw anything away, and I went through my whole shop. I've gone through the whole lavanderia where we store most of the materials and supplies for down here now. I've gone through my shop where we used to store all the supplies and materials for down here. Nothing. So, in any case, I ordered a new one. We had to put on a temporary lock. This is just a cheapo lock that we put on here. And I am going to install this today and get it hooked up to the Wi-Fi, so that it'll be all ready to go. Okay, let me show you what else happened last night. So last night, the Carpenter showed up, and we are all square. He came here, and he brought, let me get the door here. These doors are nice. They've got kind of the arch and the beadboard that matches the front door. So I think they look good in white. Everything looks clean and nice. Well, I got the new lock in, and when you touch it on the screen comes up, and then you can put in the code. One other thing we're going to do that we haven't done yet here is we are putting a deadbolt on each villa. That will give you just an extra deadbolt. Most rentals have a secondary deadbolt or some type of a lock that can lock the door. Okay, Villa 1, and finally the day has come. Yesterday we got air conditioners installed. Decided to size up to the 2-ton and the 1.5 ton, and that way they've had no problem cooling this down. The other advantage is they put out a lot of cool air. So it can be 95 degrees inside here. You turn these things on, and it literally probably takes 15 minutes to bring it down to like 78 degrees in here. Okay, I wanted to show you one other thing that I had to do, and it was because of these doors. Here's the problem. The light switches for the room are over here because we thought the door was going to open outward. So the light switches ended up here for the room. And yes, you could move this light switch over to the other side, but it would have entailed like 2 days worth of work, chisel out all of the plaster and concrete to get a wire over here, and then put a box in over here, and you're never going to cover that up and make it look right again. You'll always be able to see it, and it's probably not going to look good at all. So I found a system that worked and is way, way cheaper than chiseling this all out and doing that even in Mexico. And so what I put in, so this is the 3-way anyway. So this is switched here on this side. It also is switched over here at the bed. So when you're in bed, you can turn off the light, turn on the main light. And so not only did I have to move a switch over, I had to have a 3-way and an extra switch. But there is a solution for this. Leviton had a whole range of digital switches. And so we were able to get a 3-way or a digital switch. I think it's a 215 S or something like that. It's a digital switch, not a dimmer. They do have a dimmer model, but this is just a switch. And then you can add multiple companion switches, they call it, which is like a 3-way, but you can make this a 3-way, a 4-way, a 5-way, a 6-way, a 7-way, but these are wired. So we had the wires in the wall for a 3-way, and so you actually don't need all those wires. You only need one basically wire so the switches can talk to each other. But we had the other wires, so it worked perfect. So then we can replace a regular 3-way with the digital 3-way. But that still didn't get us a switch over on the other side of the door here. But Leviton also has a thing they call anywhere companion switches. So this is a Wi-Fi, well, I don't know if it's Wi-Fi. This switch talks over some protocol, wireless protocol, to the main digital switch. And so again, you can get like up to 9 of these, and as long as they're within, like, I think it's 150 feet unobstructed, but obstructed, it might be only 40 feet, 30, 40 feet. But as long as it's within range of the master switch, you just get these switches, pair them to the master switch, and this is just glued onto the wall with 3M VHB tape. So double-sided tape, it's only this thin. So you can mount it to a box. It has those screws and everything. You can also just glue it onto the wall, and it literally is a, let me see if I can get this off without ripping it off the wall. Well, I don't want to rip the tape off the wall because then I have to get some new tape. Anyways, this thing's only this thick. It's just a switch, but it talks to the main switch through wireless and operates the lights. So you can literally take this off, take it anywhere. It's like a remote control. I mean, you could just sit it on the table and use it to turn the light on and off in this room. But all 3 of these switches, to replace them, cost me less than $100. And I did it in the other villa too. That way we have a switch over here where you need it. So you open the door and you can switch the light switch. Works perfect. And it didn't involve shipping out any concrete, because it would have cost more than $100. Even here in Mexico, this is probably a 2-day job or more to break this all out, run the wire, and then redo the concrete, redo all the plaster, and then redo the paint and try to match everything up. That is a lot of work. So being able to basically add a switch anywhere, and because we had the 3-way, it was $100. If we didn't have the 3-way, it's more like $50 or $60. You could replace one of your switches with a digital switch, and then put this anywhere switch. You just glue it on the wall wherever you want it, and you can put a switch anywhere in your room. So it's an awesome option, and just ordered on Amazon, made it here to Mexico in like a week. Good to go. Well, today is an awesome day. Monumental day again here at Pufferfish Villas, because there's water in the pool. Okay, excuse the noise because the pump's running. We just put water in about 3 hours ago. And so I'm running the pump full blast. The water was actually really clean, really nice water that they brought. Probably all the dirt that was in there was left over from construction and the pipes in the pool itself. And so, but we need to get all that dirt and gunk out of the water. So we're running the pump at the full filter speed. And so our plumber, Fuasto, got the pump all set up. It's a pretty simple setup. We got a line coming in from the skimmer, a line coming in from the main drains, the bottom drains. That comes into the pump, which is a Pentair 3 horsepower VSF, IntelliFlow VSF pump. It's a nice pump, computer controlled, variable speed. And so you can set it, right now it's set for 90 gallons per minute, which is the design flow rate for the filter is 90 gallons per minute. So the pump is set at that flow rate. It automatically will adjust the RPMs and the wattage. We go into the cartridge filter. The cartridge filter then comes out and goes up here to this Jandy valve here. And this will be for the solar system, which we don't have yet. But we will have a solar controller. The solar controller will probably mount right here. And then there'll be an automatic valve. You take off this handle and add the electronic valve on here so the solar system can control it. And that's so either you bypass it like it is now, so the water just goes back and then back down to the pool, or you turn it the other direction and the water will come up here and then it will go up to the solar panels that will be on the roof, come back down this side and go back to the pool. So now that we have the water in the pool, now we need to get chemicals going. Taking care of a pool is really not that big of a deal. You know, there's 3 main chemicals or 3 main readings that you do on a regular basis. I literally check chlorine and pH every single day. And then alkalinity usually tests once a week, once every 2 weeks, maybe even once a month. But I like do it about once a week. Test alkalinity, make sure just keep that level. That's kind of a buffer that keeps things stable. It's not as important as pH, but it is important. So, and if you do all that, your water will never smell like chlorine. It will be beautiful, clean, and I've never had a problem with water. I've never had water go bad, go green. It really is not hard to maintain your own pool if you're willing to keep on top of it. Test it every single day, adjust the chemicals every single day, and keep everything right where it should be. And this pool will stay rock solid forever. You'll never have to worry about it. You'll never have to worry about it going green, algicide, all these other chemicals they give you. I've had pools for so long, I've never used anything, but I've never done anything but put chlorine in, adjust the pH, which usually is putting acid in, and put baking soda in every so often, usually every couple, 2-3 months, put baking soda in to adjust the alkalinity. And you don't need any other chemicals. You don't need all this expensive stuff and these expensive chemicals. You'll never, ever need them if you keep the pool rock solid, perfect where it should be. So that's my pool spiel. I plan to take care of this pool, maintain it myself. And then eventually someday we are going to put a pool in up at our house, and I'll maintain that pool too because I like doing it. It's not really that much work. It's like 5 minutes a day if you do it the way I'm doing it. So first time anyone in the pool. Here we go. Feels Pretty good. The solar panels have arrived. We got 10 panels, which is about 1.5. Wow, here comes Sugar. She must be looking for some treats. Anyways, we got 10 panels. That's about 1.5 the area of the pool surface. We have a lot of sun here, so we're hoping that we're going to be able to heat the pool to like mid 80s all through the winter with those 10 panels without additional propane heater. I don't know whether it's going to work or not, but we're going to see and try it. The problem is the top of our laundry building where the panels are going is only big enough for 5 panels. So we are extending out, building basically a carport, a little covered area. It's going to be an extra 14 feet out from the side of the lavanderia here. And it's going to give us enough room to mount all 10 solar panels up there. It also is going to give us a nice covered area here where we can store kayaks or stuff to go to the beach, and we'll have the barbecue under here. We'll have the fish refrigerator under here. So in the end, it kind of worked out. We really weren't planning on it, but it's necessary and we need to do it. All right. Keypad lock on the lavanderia. You'll have the code to that so you can use the laundry room. I'll show you in here. The laundry room is really messy because we're starting to get everything in here. I was going to show you the solar controller for the pool. So I wired this up today to power and got it all set up, ready to go. So the plumber is going to come in because our contractor, part of his contract was to install the solar system. I'm installing all the power stuff because I find that fun, and I've done a lot of it, and I've done a lot of electrical work over the years. So I want it to be done to American standards, which it would not be done to American standards here. For example, they don't use GFCIs at all here. I do use them, which I have GFCIs in the villas. I have them in all the places they're required to be. So the bathrooms, the kitchens in the villa, all have GFCIs. The outdoor plugs are all covered by GFCIs, so you don't have to worry about it. Everything around the pool, all the plugs, all the outlets are covered by GFCIs. And what that is, if you don't know, GFCI is ground fault interrupter. GFCI, ground fault circuit interrupter. And what that means is if that shorts, if any electricity shorts and goes through you or you get shocked, it will instantly shut that off. And so it protects people and provides safety, especially when electricity is around water. In the U.S., they're required in bathrooms and kitchens. They're required outdoors. They're required anywhere close to a pool. Anything that's close to a pool or hooked to the pool equipment, it needs to be covered by. It needs to be protected by GFCI. Here, they don't put GFCIs anywhere, even in pool installs. Even brand new pool installs here, there's no GFCIs anywhere, and they put outlets right next to the pool with no GFCI all the time. So, but we're not doing that. I'm into safety, and we're doing safety here. So, all pool equipment goes through GFCIs. It's costing me a lot of money. Right now, I don't have a GFCI circuit for the pool pump because I had to order it. It's on its way. I think it's supposed to be here Monday or Tuesday next week. $240 for a 20 amp GFCI breaker. But have to do it because we need to have, for safety, everything that's connected to the pool needs to be covered by GFCI. So this is all covered. all wired in Liquidite. Everything, all the pool equipment's wired in Liquidite. Everything else in here is wired in either Liquidite or PVC conduit, and it's all sealed. Probably by the end of next week, we will have solar panels wired up and working here. So before we open, we should have full solar heating. And right now, it isn't really needed. The pool's like 85, 86 degrees just from the sun shining on the pool, but is getting cooler at night. And we've got cooler days coming ahead, like down in the mid 80s. And as that happens, the daytime temperature gets in the mid 80s and the nighttime temperature gets down into the low 70s. That pool is going to start dropping. Thanks everybody for watching the video. I hope you guys really enjoyed it. We are in the final stretch. We only have 2 weeks until we get everything ready and start having renters. So this channel is going to change a lot once we get done with construction and move on to the maintenance and showing you around Loreto and the surrounding area. So I'm really excited about this change and getting everything finished. So thanks again for watching, and never forget to live before you die.